I had the absolute pleasure last night of attending a Kwanzaa event at the Rosa Jackson Center, and I want to give a shout out to the KCAC, which is the Cultural Access Center of George Muhammad and some of his Muslim brothers for sponsoring it. And at this forum, and really it was a media and a leadership forum sponsored by this organization, and the two major topics were media, and leadership, particularly as it relates to the African American community. And the ex-mayor Jack Ellis and Senator Robert Brown and some other people were there. So the objective of this forum was to try to address some of the activities and possibilities in the community that can make the community better. And one thing that was the common thread throughout, the night when addressing these issues, irrespective of whether it was media issues or leadership issues, somehow it always came back to personal responsibility. They talked about how we as African Americans have all of these resources. There is so much self-help potential in our community until it's practically ridiculous. So somehow we have to find a mechanism and the entities and the organizations to garner these resources to get together and improve the community. This is a call to action.
A call to action.
This is a call to action.
A call to action.
And I'm your host, Alex Habersham, and I use that long introduction because this is my show. Just kidding. No, I use that introduction because I wanted to lead into our topic for today. And our guest today is Miss Anna Henderson. And she's a business lady.
Yes,
from Atlanta, Georgia. And it just so happens, because I don't have a problem with mom and pops, but she's not a mom and pop operation. Her organization is HA Office 515 that deals with office furniture. She furnishes courthouses and schools and big offices complex, and maybe even a little small business like Habersham Enterprises. But if it's office, if it's office furniture, she can handle it. Though that's important, that's not why she has traveled down to Macon, to grace Central Georgia with her presence. Again, it's Anna Henderson, but she also is with the Georgia Black Chamber. And she'll tell you what her function is with the Georgia Black Chamber. And in addition to the Georgia Black Chamber, there is a very, very important event coming up.
Yes,
called the Legislative Prayer Breakfast. Now, I know it's taken a long time, Ms. Henderson, but we need to lead into this. Last night, the former mayor of Macon, who happened to be at the Kwanzaa event, quoted somebody whom I know Maynard Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
And he said that the key to community improvement keys are books, and Jack was quoting Maynard, books and the ballot.
Okay.
And he said that if somehow, and I agree with him 1,000%, if somehow we could just garner and direct books as it relates to education,
Mm-hmm.
The ballot as it relates to politics,
Mm-hmm.
and the bucks as it relates to all this money
Absolutely.
that's in the African American community, we could make it better. And I think, no, I'm sure that the Georgia Black Chamber, one way or the other, or all of them, addresses all of those issues. So just talk
Absolutely.
a bit about the Georgia Black Chamber.
Again, I am Ann Henderson, president of the Georgia Black Chamber of Commerce. And the Georgia Black Chamber of Commerce was founded by a number of businessmen, along with somebody that you've known for a long time, the late Lou Walker.
Late great.
Late great Lou Walker.
Yes, yes.
And the business owners decided that they need to take a new approach. The organization was not called the Georgia Black Chamber of Commerce some time ago, but Lou Walker, along with those businessmen, recognized that there needed to be an entity that addressed those needs that you just mentioned, hence the Georgia Black Chamber of Commerce. Now, when we talk about the media, we talk about the books, when we talk about the bucks, the important thing for us to realize is that we have to get involved. When you talk about the resources are there, but we have to begin as a culture, reach out and tap into those resources. Now, the Georgia Black Chamber of Commerce every year has a signature event, and that event is called the Georgia Black Chamber of Commerce Legislative Prayer Breakfast. That event takes place January 9th, which is not this Saturday, but the following Saturday. It's going to be held at the Hyatt Regency Hotel, 265 Peachtree, downtown Atlanta. Now, one of the things that I've done is taken a little twist for this prayer breakfast, and that twist is we have invited every gubernatorial candidate.
The ballot.
That ballot, okay? That means that I am reaching out to our community to get involved, to be at this prayer breakfast. And the whole purpose is to have these candidates sit down face to face, communicate regarding issues and concerns that are directly related to economic opportunity, that are directly related to sustaining your businesses and making certain that you get a piece of the pie. So I ask all of you to just be in the room, and I know that you're going to be in the room. Alex, you're there every year, and I know you're going to be there this year.
Yeah.
And the other thing that we're doing too is we are having what we call the generational, in addition to the gubernatorial candidates, we're having a generational torch award. And we have recipients that will be receiving those awards. What that simply means that in the African American community, we have been business owners for many, many, many years.
Right.
And what we're simply saying there is that we want our community, all of the community, that's black, white, blue, and green,
Right.
to know that we have been in business and we have sustaining business and we've been there for a long time.
Right.
And we've made an impact in the community, we've made an impact in our state, and I have selected 6 businesses where mom and dad started that business. Maybe it was a mom and pop business a long
Right.
time ago, but
Right.
it's not today.
Right.
And the recipients are Michael Russell with H.A. Russell,
I understand.
Alex Scott, who Atlanta Daily World, who
I
owns
understand.
Atlanta Daily World,
Right.
Dale Bernard Bronner, who is the president of Bronner Brothers,
Right.
Alicia Ivy, who is the president of Phoenix Global, and Jeffrey Robinson of J.W. Robinson and Associates,
Right.
which is an architectural company.
Right.
So these individuals have done tremendously well in the community. They've done tremendously well as business owners. And we want to highlight that. Not only just to highlight that, but let our young people know
Right.
that you can start a business. And with the education, you can maintain that business.
Right.
And with the knowledge, you can become what? Somewhat wealthy
Right.
or independently
Right.
wealthy.
Right.